Well, welcome to today's episode of Scouting for History. Back in the spring, I was at this house over here, a big house from 1870. I was there for 3 days. It was great. I found all kinds of things. Links to those videos are in the box below. But now today, I'm at this house over here. Now, in 1900, the owner of the big house had this house built when his son got married. So, let's see what we can find here. Stay tuned. Well, I'm starting back here in the shade of the backyard, and the first kind of interesting thing is this old hair barrette kind of thing. I think that's what it was. Very decorative, very pretty. Looks like it's brass or copper or something, but hey, that's cool. So back here in the backyard of every house that's old, you know, where the lowest point was is where they threw all the trash. So back here, I scanned back here in the sunny part and the shady part back here just to start, and lots of trash as expected, but every now and then something good. On to the next. And now just a foot away from that barrette thing, it's a nice suspender clip or some kind of clip. Back in the day, there were lots of clips and clasps and hooks and whatnot. All right, on to the next. And now an old hinge. That sounded really good in the hole. I knew it was big, but you never know what it'll be, so I dug it up. On to the next. Well, the first coin of the day, and it's a wheat penny. Hoping for something older, but I'll take a wheat penny. That could be over 100 years old. On to the next. Well, it's been slow going, but now a nice two-piece button, and I see an eagle on it. Outstanding. I'll clean that up. There's a back mark too. I'll look at that. You'll see it right here. Outstanding. Love finding the old military buttons. On to the next. And I certainly hope I didn't hit it with my shovel. Hey, Mr. Worm, out of the way. But there. Oh, it's a standing liberty. Outstanding. First silver of the day. On to the next. Well, it's slow going on a hot day, but there's silver number 2. Just a Washington. But that's okay. I'll take it. On to the next. And now silver number 3 for the day. It's a Merc. Awesome. Now I'll clean that up. You'll see that right here. That's not bad. 3 silvers so far. Let's keep going. Now a lot of people find a mercury dime and they joke about the fasces on the back of it. Quarter hoarder calls it the feces. And a lot of people don't know what it is. I mean, it's thousands of years old. Fasces is really just a tool or a weapon. It's a bundle of sticks. Now today you go to the hardware store, you buy a hatchet or an axe. It's got a solid wood handle or metal handle. But back in the day, if you took multiple sticks and bound them together, they're stronger than each individual stick multiplied.
Now, a bundle of sticks bound together tightly is really, really strong. So it was used in ancient Rome and other cultures as a weapon or as a tool. Now, over time, it became a symbol of strength through unity. So it was adopted by a number of different countries over the years. The French Republic had fasces as its symbol. Here in the United States, the fasces is a symbol all over the place. Here's a picture of a statue of George Washington resting his arm on a fasces. If you go to the Lincoln Memorial, Lincoln is sitting on a throne, and two pillars of the throne are fasces. Outside government buildings, you'll see fasces. In the Senate, you'll see fasces. So fasces have been around for a long time as a symbol of the common or the unified strength of the people. Now, in the 20s, it was adopted by Mussolini as a symbol for his style of government, which became known as fascism. That's where the word comes from. But it's funny how it stayed in favor, and the coin, the mercury dime, was made from 1916 all the way up to 1945, even while we were fighting against the Italian fascists. And the symbol didn't fall out of favor and get removed like everywhere there was a swastika before the 1920s. They were everywhere. They were good luck symbols. They had religious connotations. But as soon as the Nazis adopted them, they kind of fell out of favor for good reason. But not so with the fasces. And the fasces, the symbol is there on the mercury dime. It's a symbol of the strength of the people that were ready to defend the country. But the fasces is wrapped in olive branches as a symbol of peace, that we want peace, but hey, we'll defend ourselves. It's kind of an updated version or an alternate version of the Gadsden flag, the don't tread on me, the coiled snake that says, you know, hey, we're here, but don't mess with us. So that's really what the fasces is. Another place it appears is on, in a way, on the back of a Washington quarter. The eagle is resting on a fasces made up of bound arrows. So same idea, but just a little bit of a different take on the fasces. So there you go. Just a little quick history of the fascinating fasces.
I thought for a second I had a giant coin, but it's just a washer. On to the next. Well, now a mason jar lid. Interesting. Old. Let's see if we can't find anything else. On to the next. Well, it rang up really low, but it looks like it was something silver plated at one time. Oh, you know what? I think it was a suspender clip or something. It's got a clip right here. That's cool. I'll clean it up. You'll see it right here. Awesome. On to the next. And an old leather rivet. That sounded great in the hole. Old leather rivet with leather still in it. So the copper is a great antimicrobial, so it keeps the bacteria from eating away the leather. So that could be 200 years old right there. Well, maybe 150. On to the next. And now a big old hunk of brass that gave a great signal in the hole. That was a screamer. On to the next. Well, there was a tough signal around a root. Bent up old key. Not terribly old, but old enough to be interesting. On to the next. Well, that's going to do it for today's hunt. Not a bad hunt. I'd hoped for more, but I think this yard was a trash pit for 30 years before the house was built, and then behind the house was a trash pit after the house was built. So a lot of trash, but a few good finds. But hey, stay tuned. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe. Come along on the next adventure. See you there.